Hey, this is my new Gator case. It's actually the second one I have. First one was for the Les Paul design hard case, which I gave a good review because good quality cases. This one is Gator case. It's considered the soft case, and it's actually a great combination of hard case with the light weight closer to a soft case. As you can see, pretty darn solid, except still lightweight. So let's get this open. This is the Strat design, but it's a Solar A1.7 Super Strat, and as you can see, it in the neck area is pretty good. This has a little slack, but once it's closed, it's actually securing it pretty good. Because they're not going to fit every guitar perfectly, obviously. Here's a couple of compartments for any picks, straps. When this closes, this is actually the lids. Now I'd have to say it's the one thing I don't particularly care about is the fact that it's only when that closes that's the lid for the compartments. Other than that, it's pretty plush inside. You know, it's pretty soft. It's rigid, but has that soft layer to protect, and of course protects by being rigid. Same with the inside. Pretty soft, has that kind of fluffy velour. Then once it's in, it'll just zip up, and it's actually a good case. You can actually kind of toss this around because it's solid. It's not going to crack like a wood case, but when you're carrying it, this thing is so lightweight, it's just slightly more weight than your guitar. So that's one good reason why I like it over getting a hard case, and very protective. And that's my Gator case.
The only thing I'd say to know is there's a little bit of play here. I wouldn't worry about it for general carrying, but if I was gonna like take it on a plane or store it somewhere where it might actually bounce around a little bit, I'd put some cloths in just to kind of tighten it in, give it more cushion. But this thing fits brilliantly. These pockets are nice and big. I can hold things in. Material's really nice. The structural portion of it is foam, but I actually really like the feel of it, so it's easy to carry long distances and whatnot. The only big downside I would say is these clips here, and the attachment here. These are extremely difficult to get on. As you can see, this doesn't want to go back far enough to either clip on this way or whatever. It's hard to show with one hand, but basically they are extremely difficult to put on and take back off. So it's kind of annoying, and these are somewhat brittle plastic, but besides that, this case is awesome. This top cover you can see through, zips on, unzips on both sides, and this whole section here opens up. You can keep your music in there. I've put a laptop in here before, and it's pretty great. This is kind of thin, so maybe be careful if you have a laptop in there. But the actual thickness here is kind of nice, so there's actually a lot of room to put things in here. I would not put an instrument cable in there. I'd put that up here underneath the headstock where there's some room. If it's a smaller instrument cable, I'd put it here by itself, or carry the instrument cable in a different bag. As this isn't really, I wouldn't want to push against this. It'll work, but that's my preference. All right, that's that.
Pretty large and sturdy. You know, I wouldn't throw it around, but it's better than a gig bag. Plenty of room for my Geo and accessories.